All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to talk about a hidden force that pretty much governs your entire life, from the moment you wake up to how well you fight off a cold. It's your body's internal clock. And we're exploring the incredible science behind circadian rhythms. It all really starts with a very simple question.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about that? Why does your energy just seem to drain away at night, and then boom, you're full of energy in the morning? And why are some people morning larks and others total night owls? Well, the answer isn't just about your habits. It's a really profound biological process that's hardwired into your very DNA.
So here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with the big picture of this hidden clock. Then we're going to zoom into the brain to find the master pacemaker, and then go even deeper, down to the actual genes that keep time. After that, we'll look at what happens when things go haywire, and we'll finish up with the exciting new science on how we can all sync back up for better health.
Okay, first things first. Let's get a handle on this core concept, your body's hidden clock. This is the fundamental system that is constantly trying to line up your internal world with the 24-hour day-night cycle of the world outside. The official term for this is circadian rhythm, and that actually comes from the Latin circadium, which literally means about a day. I want you to think of it like your body's own internal operating system, right? It's this master program that's orchestrating a huge array of functions to keep you running efficiently.
And when I say a huge array, I am not kidding. This isn't just about feeling sleepy or awake. Your circadian rhythm is like the puppet master behind almost everything. Your hormones, your metabolism and hunger cues, your body temperature, even when your immune system kicks into high gear, or when your cells decide to repair themselves. It is absolutely critical stuff.
So if we think of your body as this big biological orchestra with all these different parts playing together, well, who's the conductor? To find that out, we need to take a little trip inside the brain.
And here it is. Meet the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or just SCN for short. Now, it's a super tiny cluster of neurons in your hypothalamus, but don't let its size fool you. This little guy is the master pacemaker. And its most important cue, the one thing that sets its tempo every single day, is light, specifically light coming in through your eyes.
What's really fascinating is how the SCN does its job. It doesn't just manage the brain. No. It sends out these timing signals to what are called peripheral clocks in basically every organ and every tissue in your body. We're talking your liver, your heart, your muscles. The SCN makes sure every part of you is on the exact same schedule.
Two of its most powerful signals are actually hormones. So, at night when it gets dark, the SCN tells the pineal gland to release melatonin. That's the darkness hormone that makes you sleepy. Then, as morning gets closer, it signals for cortisol, the activity hormone, to get your body fired up and ready for the day. They're like the yin and yang of your daily rhythm.
But how does the SCN, or really any cell, actually know what time it is? Well, the answer is even more amazing. For this, we have to zoom in again, way down from the brain to the tiny molecular gears inside our cells, our very own genes.
At the heart of it all is this incredible molecular dance that happens inside your cells every day. Okay, so it starts in the morning with these proteins called clock and BMAL1. They turn on your timekeeping genes. These genes, they're called purr and cry, then start making their own proteins. And throughout the day, these purr and cry proteins just keep building up and up until finally there's enough of them to go back and block the first two, clock and BMAL1. This actually shuts down their own production. As they fade away overnight, the whole cycle gets ready to start over again. It's a perfect 24-hour loop.
I mean, how cool is that? This elegant, rhythmic feedback loop of genes turning each other on and off. That is the foundation of your internal clock. It's the microscopic tick-tock that keeps time in nearly every single cell in your body. And it's happening inside you right now.
This system is truly a masterpiece of evolution. It's robust, it's incredibly precise, but in our modern world, it's also surprisingly fragile. So what happens when we ignore that rhythm? What are the consequences when the clock breaks?
Well, the problem is called circadian disruption, and it's basically a mismatch between your internal clock and what's happening in the outside world. Just think about shift workers who have to try and sleep when the sun is blasting, or all of us staring at a bright phone screen late at night, or even social jet lag. You know that awful feeling on a Monday morning after staying up way too late all weekend? That's it.
And here's the crucial part. This is not just about feeling a little groggy. The research here is really clear, and frankly, it's alarming. Chronic misalignment is linked to a much higher risk for a whole host of serious health problems.
We're talking metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, neurodegenerative disorders, and even an increased risk for certain cancers. This is really why this matters so much.
Okay, so that sounds pretty serious, I know. But here's the exciting part. Because we're understanding how the clock works, we're also learning how to fix it when it's broken. This brings us to what many believe is the future of medicine, and it's all about timing.
There's this entire field of science called chronobiology that is laser-focused on this. It's shifting the conversation, so it's no longer just about what treatment you get, but when you get it. The goal is to use our body's natural rhythms as this powerful tool for both preventing and treating disease.
And this is leading to some incredible new approaches. There's chronotherapy, which is all about timing medications, like chemotherapy or blood pressure pills, for when they'll work best and have the fewest side effects. We're developing light therapies to precisely reset that master clock in the brain. And we're even discovering how simply aligning when we eat with our metabolic rhythms can have these profound health benefits.
So, as we wrap things up, it really all comes down to this one question. We've seen how this incredible hidden clock orchestrates your health all the way from the genetic level up. So now you have to ask yourself, in a world that's on 24/7, a world of constant demands and artificial light, is your schedule working with your biology, or is it working against it? It's definitely something to think about.